Evening and welcome to Swather Sports Network.
Never mind, you're not here.
Good evening and welcome to Swather Sports Network. Tonight's game is the Hesston High School Swather varsity girls against the varsity Rose Hill Rockets. Your hosts tonight are, I'm here with Kelvin Lang.
And I'm here with Max Phillips. Sorry about that interruption. Now welcome back to Hesston Swather Sports Network.
Tonight's starting lineup, starting for Rose Hill, number 4, 5, 8, senior.
Tonight's starting lineup, starting for Rose Hill, is Josie Palmer, number 4. For Hesston is number 2, Jaden Williams. For Rose Hill, number 5, Brinley Fouts. And for Hesston, number 4, Ashley Lehman. For the Rose Hill Rockets, number 21, Avery Hotterby. And number 5, Callie Yoder. For the Rose Hill Rockets, number 30, Addison Rockley. And for the Hesston Swathers, number 15, J.C. Proctor. For Rose Hill, number 42, Callie Davis. And for Hesston Swathers, Rianne Grillo, number 22.
And with the jump ball, tip off, I don't know. Palmer in the corner, throws up to Hotterby, swings it, gives it back to Fouts at the top. She's making a play. Dumps it down. Shot by Davis. Given back to Fouts. Dribbles in, gives it back to Davis with another shot, and it's good. Davis is able to clean up and get another shot off. to make it with the Rose Hill lead. Yoder up top. Pass it to Williams down low. She works the ball around, gets it back. Drives, gives it to Grillo with a nice shot. Bounced off the rim, no good. Tipped by Proctor. Recovered by Lehman, given to Yoder, who gives it back to Grillo with a layup and a nice and one. Rianne Grillo able to move in there and get a nice and one for her team and hopefully make this free throw to get back the lead. Nice shot by Grillo, bounces off. Rebound by Palmer. She's able to get away from Lehman. And Fouts brings up the court. Hodevy with the ball. And Proctor's able to get that pass and steal it. Lehman gives it up to Yoder, who gives a nice fast break and a layup. Pressure by the Swathers, full court. Gives it to Fouts, dribbles up to 35. Nice layup, but it's no good. Grillo didn't get the rebound. Gives up to Yoder, who brings up the court. Williams in the corner with it. She's gonna go up and they're gonna get a foul. First foul on Addison Rockley. First shot by Williams is good. Second one is good too, brings the score up to 6-2 with 6 minutes and 19 seconds left in the first quarter. Pressure on the ball. Yoder's able to steal it and get a nice layup. Yoder's able to steal a nice pass from Hodevy and get the layup. Brought up the court by Palmer. She's in a little bit of trouble. Gives it to Davis. Throws all the way to Rockley, but stolen and giving it to Yoder for another layup. It's no good. Lehman with the rebound. Brings it back out. Gives it to Williams up top, and they're going to set up a play. Williams moves the ball. Gives it to Grillo. Gives it to Lehman, who swings over to Williams. Three-pointer, no good. Hodevy's able to get the ball, but it looks like there's a foul. First personal on Jaden Williams. Lehman and Grilly are going to come out for the Swathers. In come Warden and Martin. Davis comes out for Rose Hill. In comes, well, Davis again, but a different Davis. Davis with the ball, blocked by Martin. Swathers with the ball. Passes it up to Martin with a nice shot, and it's good. Nice jumper by Tessa Martin, her first points of the night. Inbounded to Davis, swings up to Rockley, and pass is stolen by Williams. Jaden Williams to bring it up the court. Move the ball around, give him to Warden. Warden's gonna pass it in to Proctor, who's gonna make a move, and she's able to muscle her way through and get a nice layup. Timeout by Rose Hill.
SSN would like to say thank you to Beneficent Heartland Foundation for being a 2025-2026 sponsor. The Beneficent Heartland Foundation is reinvesting in rural Kansas communities with a focus on the revitalization of downtown Hesston, economic development, child care services, and community wellness. Thank you, Beneficent Heartland Foundation.
And you can always start yapping.
And with that timeout, there's 4:56 left in the first quarter. Hesston's leading 12, and Rose Hill has 2.
Rose Hill to inbound. Microphone's not on my face. Rosehill to inbound. Given to Fouts. Passed up. Brought up by Hodavi. Gives it to number 3, Hannah Reeves. Goes back to Fouts. It's Rockley. The pass is stolen by Martin. Given to Warden to bring up the court. She throws up to Yoder. Given to Williams in the corner. Throws up to Proctor, who's going to end up getting a foul on her. It's on. That's second foul on Addison Rockley. Swathers to inbound. Yoder gives it to Williams in the corner. She'll pass to Martin. Makes a move. Swathers swing it. Proctor makes a nice move. Drives in, but they're going to get a foul. Proctor with the nice move. Unable to finish with a foul from Kayla Davis. That's her second of the night. Proctor makes the first.
Rosehill already has 4 fouls tonight. They might be in some foul trouble throughout the rest of the night.
Proctor makes the second. To inbound is Fouts. She throws it up. Looks like it was going to Palmer, but Martin's able to steal it. Swathers swinging the ball. It's back to Yoder to set up a play. Yoder tries to give it to Proctor, and it looks like Fouts was in her way. And jump ball. It's gonna end up being Swathers' ball here. Number 40, Zayla Ray, and number 4, Lehman, come in for the Swathers. Out go Proctor and Williams. Yoder at the top of the key. Gives to Ray at the top. Swung to Warden, who drives. She's going to make a nice move, but no good. She's going to get her own rebound, give it to Martin, who goes for a give back, gives it to Warden again. After some trouble, the Swathers are able to get it back to Lehman and Yoder at the top of the key to set up another play. Yoder drives, gives it to Martin. Nice move, but she ends up getting tripped. Rockets bring it down. Avery Hodavi tries to go for the layup, ends up getting fouled.
That's the first foul on Ashley Lehman tonight.
She's able to make her first. She misses her second. It's going to go off out of bounds, off of Rose Hill. Yoder to bring up the court. Gives it to Warden. She's going to drive and make a nice move. And she's going to get the and one. Foul on Taryn Beery, her first of the night. Warden is able to make her and one. Ball was with Reeves, and it looks like there's a foul. Rose Hill to inbound. Gives it to Reeves. Pass it to Palmer, but there's another foul on Kylie Warden. That's her.
Tonight it looks like there's going to be a lot of fouls, Max. Hesston's already in bonus, and Hesston already has 3 fouls, and it's only the first quarter.
I agree, Kelvin.
Just aggressive defense, I guess.
That is very aggressive defense. Yoder with the steal, able to get a nice layup. Hesston's full court defense is definitely putting in the work right now, and they're paying off. Speaking of which, Palmer tries to inbound, but it goes out of bounds. Hesston ball. Lehman with a nice pass to Ray to get a nice layup in there. Bring the score 21-3 with 3 minutes left. Hesston's defense causing some troubles. Rose Hill's able to sneak out. Ball with Reeves. She's able to pass it in with a nice jumper from Johnson. Hesston to bring it up. Lehman with the drive. She looked like she was going to go for it, but quickly decided not to. They're going to end up calling a travel on her.
Max, this press D is very, like scary to see. When you're manned up and then you trap in the corners, it's very hard to get out of. You have to pass it to the middle and get to the outside.
Oh yeah. Speaking of which, Zayla Ray just stole the ball, goes up but ends up getting fouled and misses. She will go to the line to shoot two. I agree, Keldon. Press defense is scary, and the way the Swathers do it, they do it well and they train for it, and it looks like it's paying off right now.
Yeah.
Ray makes her first. Missed her second. Rebounded by Warden, who gives it to Anderson, gives it back to Warden, shoots the three, and it is good! Kylie Warden with a nice three from the corner. Swathers trapping the ball. They're able to get a travel on number 5, Fouts. Number 2, Jaden Williams back in for Hesston. Number 4, Ashley Lehman's going to come out. Anderson to bring up the court for the Swathers. Gives to Warden. Swings it around, back to Anderson. Anderson is going to try to dump it into Grillo, but trouble caused by number 1, Jocelyn. Goes out of bounds, and Swathers are going to inbound it. Warden gives it up to Williams, dribbles around to Anderson. Looks to take the shot, but doesn't. Gives to Warden. Dribble drives, pass it out. Swathers swing the ball. Anderson takes the three, bounces off the rim, and is no good. Rebound by Hodavi. She's going to bring up the court for the Rockets. Reeves gives it back to Hodavi. Fouts with the ball. She's going to drive. Gives it to Jocelyn with the three. Bounces off the rim's no good. Rebound by Warden. Passes it up to Ray, who's going to go for the layup. No good. Grillo's going to get the rebound. And after some trouble, the Rockets look like they're going to get confused, and Williams is able to sneak in there for a nice layup. Fouts with the ball. Going to bring it up. Throws it to a wide open Beery. Misses the layup. Rebounded by Grillo, and Swathers are going to bring up the court. Gives it to Williams in the corner. She's going to dump it down to Grillo. They're going to end up calling a foul on number 2, Beery, for shoving the back. Grillo to shoot. Misses her first. Grillo to shoot her second. And she makes it. That is good. Number 5, Fouts to bring up the court for the Rockets. Keldon, I got a note. The Swathers look like they're in a 1-3-1 press coverage right now. Oh, and Davis is able to sneak in there for a layup. But, Keldon, when I see number 15, 6'2", J.C. Proctor, covering the guards at the top of a 1-3-1, that is just scary to see.
That length from the top there, that's just, it's hard to beat. It's hard to get around there.
Nice layup by the Swathers. Rose Hill is going to bring it up with Fouts. Going to try to make a move. Gives it to Beery. He's going to lose the ball. Nice floater by Reeves. No good. Going to go back out to Jocelyn. She's going to try and get trapped. Williams is able to sneak in there, but it looks like the ball is going to go out of bounds before Williams can pass it back in. Rockets with the ball. Gives it to Proctor. It's going to go out of bounds. Proctor deflected that ball, and it looks like it's going to be Swather's ball. 3 seconds left on the clock. Gives it to Yoder, and Fouts is going to be all over her. He's going to knock it out of bounds. Proctor gives to Anderson. Going to dribble and shoot. It's no good. Bounces off the back of the backboard. And that ends our first quarter.
Max, at the end of this first quarter, the score is Hesston 30, Rose Hill 7. Some big factors so far in this game have just been the turnovers and the defense. Rose Hill is playing really, really aggressive defense right now, and that's getting them too many fouls. Hesston's in double bonus, and Hesston's been playing really good defense and making a lot of turnovers for Rose Hill, which gives Hesston a lot of shooting opportunities.
Oh yeah, Kellen, I definitely agree. Rose Hill and Hesston, their defensive games have been all over it tonight. Rose Hill may be playing a bit too aggressive as they're racking up the fouls for sure. Hesston has been all over the ball with their 1-3-1 trap, and Rose Hill just needs to they just haven't been able to seem to break it tonight.
Well, Max, another big factor is Hesston's made 7 free throws that one quarter, while Rose Hill made 1.
Oh.
That's not really good. Free throws win games. That's why coaches work on them so much during practice.
And defense.
Defense wins championships.
It does. It does. Swather is coming out on the court. Looks like number 4, Lehman, number 2, Williams, number 22, Grillo, number 5, Yoder, and number 15, Proctor. The band. Love to hear the band. Just blessing my ears.
Mr. Graverson.
Yoder to bring it up the court. Swings it to Williams. Back to Yoder. Wide open 3 in the corner. Boom! It is good. Yoder with the wide open 3. Fouts to bring up the court. Looks like she gets pushed out of bounds by Williams.
That's Williams' second personal of the night.
Johnson to bring it up the court. Gives it to Reeves. Tries to dump it into Davis. And Proctor's going to steal the ball, but looks like she's going to lose it. After a quick tangle, it looks like it's going to be a jump ball. You can definitely see the aggressiveness from both the Swathers and the Rockets tonight. Getting all over that ball, trying to make it theirs.
I just think Hesston's pace is outmatched. That nobody else runs the court like Hesston does, and I think Rose Hill is not catching up right now.
Yes, Rose Hill is gonna need to fix that in this rest of the game. Shot by Davis, no good. Rebounded by Grillo. He's gonna get it. Lehman pass it up to Proctor, who goes up for a shot, and it's no good. She's gonna go to the line to shoot too.
That is number 3, Reeves' second personal of the night.
Proctor's able to make her first. And Kellen, that's another great example of just fouls. You know, they've been all over it tonight.
Yeah.
Proctor makes her second. Rockets inbound it. Missed shot. Proctor with no good layup. Gonna end up calling a jump ball after Proctor and Reeves get tangled up.
This press defense is just making Rose Hill panic right now.
Yeah, if they're able, they're trying to get down the court, but where they're getting stopped at right now is half court. They haven't been able to seem to get it past. They're going to have to fix that.
You can't put the ball on the ground against a press.
Yes, and I keep stuttering. Lehman with the three, no good. Brought up the court by number 21, Hotovy. She's going to give it. She's going to give it to Palmer, who's wide open for a nice layup. That was a great pass by Hotovy. She just snuck that in there to wide open Palmer. Williams to drive. Gives it to Lehman, who swings it. Yoder with the three. No good. Rebounded by Williams. Grabbed, put back by Proctor, and it's no good. They're going to end up calling another foul. The amount of fouls that have been on Grillo and Proctor tonight, that's got to be a highlight. That's where Proctor and Grillo, both great free throw shooters for the Swathers, and the fact that they're able to make some moves is really important for the Swathers here tonight. In comes number 24, Warden. Out goes number 4, Lehman. Proctor to shoot her second. It is good.
There's 6:40 left in the second quarter. Hesston 37 and Rose Hill Rockets 9.
Rose Hill able to break Swathers' 1-3-1 trap really easily, is now setting up a play with Fouts at the top. Tries to pass it, but it ends up getting stolen by Warden. Gives it to Williams for a nice fast break layup. Proctor, trapping Palmer in the corner, ends up getting a foul.
That's J.C. Proctor's first personal of the night.
Hotovy to bring up the court. Looks like Swathers have now transitioned to half-court man. Palmer with a nice shot. Gives it to Fouts with a nice floater. Williams with a nice fast break is able to get another layup. Brought up the court by Fouts. Gonna try to dump it down, and Proctor's able to steal that ball. Fouts tries to pressure Proctor. Looks like she'll get another foul on her. That's her first foul of the night. Yoder to bring it up the court for the Swathers. Nice pressure by number 21, Hotovy. Gives it to Williams. He's going to shoot a layup. Put back by Martin. Rebound by Williams after a miss and swung by the Swathers. Give it to Martin after a shove, and she's able to finish. Tessa Martin, number 42, able to force her way in there and finish for a nice and one. She'll go to the line to shoot.
And that's number 10 Davis's second foul of the night.
Yes. Martin making her and one.
Max, I would like to say that this Hesston O underneath the basket, their height is unmatched right now. These rebounds are just like, it's a big part of the game, just getting the ball right back after you shoot it.
Yeah. Swathers are obviously led in the paint by J.C. Proctor, number 15, who's 6'2". And the Rockets, their really only match is Addison Rockley, and Kayla Davis, who both have multiple fouls tonight. And that is not looking good. They need those two players to be able to battle Proctor and keep the Rockets in the game.
And with that timeout, there's 5:25 left in the second quarter, and the score is Hesston 44, Rose Hill Rockets 11.
Keldon, the Swathers are coming in at 1-1 on the season. they came to a loss with Southeast Saline, but came out with a nice win against Garden Plain this Tuesday. Rose Hill girls are 1-2. They had a nice victory over West Elk, but losses to Halstead and Garden Plain. Pressure by the Swathers, given to Fouts. In the corner with Beery. Switched over to Hotavy, who's able to make a nice layup on the Swathers. You can definitely see the determination in this Rose Hill team to bring up their score and make this a closer game. Warden in the corner decides not to take the three. Gives it to Yoder. Swings it to Williams. Swings it back to Yoder. Swings it back to Ray. Prediction. Swings it back to Warden. Really moving the ball here. Warden with the three. It is good! Kylie Warden with a nice three in the corner.
That's her second three tonight. We only saw two during the Garden Plain game.
Yeah, threes. The Swathers have been airing it out more tonight.
I see a lot of difference between first game Swathers and third game Swathers. They have a lot more confidence, and they've been attacking a lot more.
Hotavy to bring up the court. Gives it to Fouts. He's going to look around. Dribbles. Tries to pass it to number 2, Beery. Deflected. Yoder gets the ball and brings up the court. Yoder drives, gives it to Martin. And Martin with a nice layup. Wide open while Yoder was triple teamed. Fouts to bring it up the court. Pressured by Anderson. Fouts gives it to Hotavy. He's going to try to make a move on Martin. Pass it to Palmer. Palmer stuck in a little trouble. Going to give it to Fouts. Tries to dump it to Hotavy. Hotavy's going to try to throw it to Beery, but stolen by the Swathers. Yoder with the ball. Yoder tries to dribble and makes a nice move for a layup and an and one. She's gonna go to the line to shoot.
Wait, I think they called that a charge.
Never mind then. Yoder with a nice move, but too fast, I guess. Gets the charge. Never mind. Tessa Martin with her first foul of the night.
Oh.
Looks like Tessa Martin was getting too physical and shoved one of the Rockets. Would be my guess. Hotavy to bring up the court for the Rockets. Gives it to Palmer. Palmer is going to drive. Gets in a little trouble, and Yoder is going to steal the ball. Yoder with a nice fast break. Going to make a move. No good layup. Rebounded by Johnson. And brought up the court by Reeves. Reeves going to give it to Palmer. To Hotavy with a nice drive. Tries to give it to Reeves, but looks like it's no good. Stolen by Martin. Yoder in the corner. Swathers are going to swing it. Swathers looking here to set up a play. Chucks it across to Warden, who's going to drive and get a nice layup. Nice pass by Yoder. And Warden is going to get an impeccable layup. Palmer, pressured by Anderson. Going to give it to number 1, Johnson. Pass to number 2 in the corner, Beery. Shoots the three, it's no good. Warden to get the rebound. Gives it to Yoder. Pass it to Anderson. Who looks to shoot but doesn't. Yoder with the three. Bounce off the rim. Rebounded by Martin. And they're going to end up getting a foul called. Martin will go to the line to shoot too.
That's number 2, Beery's third personal of tonight.
Martin misses her first. Martin to shoot her second, and she makes it.
And with that free throw down, there's 154 in the second quarter with Hesston 52, Rose Hill Rockets 13.
Been a great game here tonight. Hotovy with the drive. Gets blocked by Rianne Grillo, number 22. Given to Warden to brings up the court. Anderson the corner. Gonna dump it down to Proctor. He's gonna force her away for a layup, but they're gonna call it a travel on number 15, Proctor. Hotovy to bring up the court for the Rockets. Gonna dump it down to Rockley. Gets the ball stolen. Lehman gives it to Proctor, who's gonna go all the way and miss her layup. They're gonna call a foul. Proctor.
First personal on Taylor Johnson. JC Crawford will shoot.
Max, I'm going to reiterate myself, and Hesston has played really fast this game compared to the first game we saw here at the Shed Friday night. They have been playing much faster, and I don't think Rose Hill can keep up. They are playing more lazily and throwing more lazy passes and not cutting like they need to.
Hotovy to bring up the court for the Rockets. Gives it to Palmer in the corner. Gonna pass it to Johnson, who gives it to Davis. Davis dribbles, gives it back to Palmer. Palmer's gonna look. Great defense here by the Swathers. Gives it to Rockley, back out to Palmer. Tries to throw it to Rockley. Davis is gonna end up getting the ball. Tries to shoot a nice jumper, but it's no good. Williams bring up the court. Tries to throw it in the paint to Grillo, where Rockley's able to fly down the court and block that, making it go out of bounds. Swather ball. Lehman to inbound for the Swathers. Throws it up to Proctor, but Davis is able to get her pass. Palmer to bring up the court. Palmer stuck in her tracks. Tries to give it to Davis, but Anderson intercepts it. Gives it to Williams for another nice layup for the Swathers. Hotovy to bring up the court. Nice defense by number 10, Anderson. Gives it to Johnson. Gonna give it to Palmer. She's gonna try to make a move and gives it to Davis. Nice defense by Proctor, but Davis is gonna try to get the shot. And there goes the buzzer.
And going into halftime, Hesston is leading 56 to Rose Hill's 13. Max, Hesston has made 15 free throws, just that half. That is a big part of their scoring right now, while Rose Hill has only made still one.
Yeah, I would say free throws and fast breaks have definitely been the Swathers' game tonight, added by a couple of nice threes by the Swathers.
We've seen 3 threes tonight, and last Friday we only saw two in total, and we've seen 3 go in. So,
yeah. Fouls have also been a big game here for the Swathers. Keldon, you want to elaborate on that?
Yeah. Rose Hill has had many fouls tonight, and they might need to slow that down a little bit and stop having Hesston shoot free throws, because Hesston's only allowed like 7, 8 fouls tonight,
One
while,
off.
while Rose Hill has allowed around 13.
Yeah, that is a make or break situation here for the Rockets. Swathers, coached by Matthew Richardson. Kelton, what do you think's going on in his head right now as he's talking to his team in the locker room?
I think he's saying we're doing a great job right now, y'all. We're doing a great job. Maybe be a little bit more aggressive. We haven't seen anybody drive in while moving it around the arc. We haven't seen anyone drive in and try to shoot a layup or dump it down to the post. We just seen move around the arc, dump it down to the post. We might want to shoot a couple more threes. You know, try out that game, try out the 3 game.
Yeah, Kelton, definitely. I definitely agree with that.
Yeah. The leading scorers for Hesston tonight is Yoder, Proctor, and Warden. Like I mentioned, Warden's hit 2 threes tonight already. Proctor's hit 7 or 8 free throws tonight. The leading scorers for the Rose Hill Rockets are 42 Davis, 35 Rockley, 4 Palmer, 5 Fouts, 21 Hotovy, and 1 Johnson.
Very interesting. A great second half of basketball is coming to you in exactly 7 minutes. Stay tuned.
if you're just joining us at the Hesston girls varsity basketball versus the Rose Hill Rockets girls varsity basketball, let me fill you in on what just happened. Hesston is up 56 to Rose Hill's 13. Proctor has hit 7 or 8 free throws so far. Williams has had 3 layups, Yoder's had 2, and Martin has had 2. Warden has hit 2 threes so far. Hesston is playing incredibly fast tonight, and they are a new team from what we saw last Friday night. They've been way more aggressive on offense and on D. They have forced many turnovers, and that has led to many layups. While the Rose Hill Rockets have hit many layups, and they are going to lock it in on O, and they have been playing great D so far.
Yeah, Keldon, Rose Hill's physicality is definitely seen on the court tonight. They're all over the Swathers in the defense, and their aggression is just, both of the teams' aggression is just one you don't see very often. Rose Hill, brought up by Hodavi, is going to bring up the court, try to set up a play. Hodavi, give it to Rockley, but it goes out of Rockley's hands into Proctor. Swathers with the fast break, gives to Lehman, misses her layup, and it's going to be a jump ball. It's going to be Swathers' ball. Yoder to inbound, gives it to Williams up top. He's going to drive to Lehman in the corner, swings it back to Yoder. Going to swing it to Lehman in the corner. Fancy moves by Lehman, give it to Yoder at the top. Nice movement by the Swathers. Gives it to Yoder for a nice jumper. It's going to be no good. After a tangle, it's going to go out of bounds off the Rockets.
Max, I'm kind of getting hungry, man. I might go down to the pit stop and grab some pizza after this game.
Hashtag eat at the pit stop.
Yep.
Another ad by us. Yoder with a nice move, gets around Fouts, and is able to get another nice layup for the Swathers. Hodavi to bring it up the court, gives it to Fouts. Fouts setting up a play, tries to bounce pass to Rockley, but it's going to hit off Williams' foot.
I've never known how they call a kickball, because sometimes they throw it off people's foot and they don't call it a kickball, but sometimes they do. And they call it
just depends if the person kicks the ball. Fouts with the ball at the top of the key. Gonna move the ball around. Gives it to Davis. Gives it to Palmer, who's gonna try to shoot it. Williams comes up with the block, but they're gonna end up calling a foul on her. Looks to me, Keldon, like the Swathers are running a 2-on-2. They've showed multiple defenses here tonight.
That is Williams' 3rd foul tonight, and that is the team's 1st this half.
Palmer to shoot 2. Palmer makes her first.
Palmer to shoot 1.
Number 42, Tessa Martin, comes in for number 15, Proctor. Palmer, shooter second, it is good. Rockets have definitely been struggling with the free throws tonight, but Palmer is definitely leading her team to some more free throws. Williams at the top of the key, gives it to Lehman in the corner. Lehman bounce past it to Martin. He's going to try to give it to Grillo, and it ends up back in her hands after some squabbling. Lehman throws it all the way to Warden with a nice jumper, and it is good. A long jumper by Warden. She's able to make it in.
After that jumper, there's 6 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. The score is Hesston 60, Rose Hill Rockets 15.
Lehman gives to Warden. Back to Lehman at the top of the key. Swathers swinging the ball. Dumps to Grillo. Warden passes it all the way over to Williams. Drives in. Gives it to Warden in the corner. He's going to make a nice move. Gives it to Lehman with a nice jumper. Hits off the rim. No good. Rebounded by number 3, Reeves. He's going to bring it up the court to Palmer. Palmer's going to make a nice move and try to get a floater. He's no good. Williams is going to get the ball and bring it up the court. Swathers giving to Lehman in the corner with a nice 3. Bounces off the front of the rim. No good. Lehman to get her own ball back. Swathers swinging the ball. Gives to Williams, who's going to drive. She's going to end up getting a foul on number 4, Palmer. Swathers to inbound the ball.
That's the first personal on Palmer. And it looks like she's getting taken out now with the whole team.
Big substitution by the Rockets. Number 2, Williams, and number 22, Grillo, are going to come in for number 10, Anderson, and number 40, Ray. Anderson with the ball. Gives it to Ray in the corner. He's going to make a nice move. Gives it to Lehman at the top. Anderson's going to make a move. Pass it to Warden. He's going to drive. Looks for the pick and roll, but it's no good. Martin at the top of the key. Gives it to Lehman with a nice jumper at the line. Bounces off, no good. Davis tries to bring up the court after a rebound, and Lehman is going to hit her ball out. Reeves to bring up the court. Pressured by Anderson. Great defense by the Swathers. Given to number 2, Beery. He's going to bring it up. Passes it to Davis, who's going to get a great jumper. Hits it off the rim, it's no good. Fast break by the Swathers. Lehman's going to go for it and give it to Martin, who's going to be able to finish over Jocelyn. Martin with a nice move right there, really using her height.
Oh, yeah.
Pressure by Anderson. Davis with the ball. Dumps it to Jocelyn. She's going to, looks like a foul on Tessa Martin.
She got smushed in between those two. Sandwich. The ham and cheese in between the 2 pieces of bread. That's Warden's second foul of the night.
Rockets to inbound. Gives it to Reeves in the corner. Dump it down to Jocelyn with a nice shot. No good. Swathers were all over her. Anderson to bring it up the court. Gives it to number 14, Avery Martin, who gives it to Ray. Boom! With a nice 3 at the top of the key. Ray, wide open, gives a nice shot off and makes it. Cleans her plate.
Swish.
Reeves with the ball. Gives it to Davis down the paint. Davis fighting from the Swathers defense, and Anderson's going to be able to cover. Anderson gives it to Warden for a nice layup.
Rose Hill called a full timeout with 3 minutes and 6 seconds left in the third quarter. Hesston 67, Rose Hill 15. That one's for the kids.
Try not to
That one's
tweak.
for the kids, I guess. Max, biggest thing I hate about third quarter is we don't get to hear the beautiful band.
Oh, Calvin.
We don't get to hear Mr. Graverson play his symphony for us.
Don't get me started, Calvin. The Hesston High School band. It's great. Best band in the land.
Best band in the land. But what the band doesn't do in the third quarter, the cheerleaders make up for, I guess. They're hyping up the crowd right now.
Definitely are. As the teams come back onto the court, Rose Hill will inbound it. Jocelyn with the ball, pressured by Anderson. Larson is going to fight with Jocelyn after a tip from Anderson.
This is one of the first times of the night, Max, that Hesston has had more fouls than Rose Hill.
Great note, Keldon. Great note.
Great note.
Yes, I do agree. One of the first times of the night.
I be taking them notes.
You are. Jocelyn tries to throw it to Reeves. He's going to be knocked out of bounds by Warden. Rose Hill to inbound. Gives it up to the top of the key. Jocelyn with the ball. Gonna move it. Pressured by Anderson. Anderson with a nice steal. Looks like the ball rolls out of bounds though, before the Swathers or the Rockets are able to get to it. Great defense by Anderson. I'll highlight her tonight. She's definitely been showing her aggressiveness and how she comes to play on defense. Teams come to play. Jocelyn brings up the court for the Rockets. Jocelyn dumps it down to Davis. Tries to give it to Reeves, but it looks like they're going to call Anderson on a foul there.
Max, that's Anderson's first foul of the night. You know, I want to talk about my grandpa again, Max. She's doing it right now. She finally has a foul.
All right, Calvin.
Yep.
Ray with the nice steal. Goes up for the layup, and it's good. Ray, nice steal. Swather's really showing a great defense out here tonight. Jocelyn to bring up the court. Gives it to number 20, Cunningham, in the post. Reeves is going to try to pass it into Davis, but after a push from Ray, they're going to call Ray on a foul.
That's Ray's first personal tonight. And now Hesston has a lot more fouls than Rose Hill this quarter. The other one.
Swathers here to inbound the ball. Warden in the corner. Swings it to Ray. She's going to be in trouble. Dumps it to Martin in the paint. Warden wide open. No good. Rebounded by Johnson, who's going to take it up the court for the Rockets. Johnson gives it to number 2, Beery. He's going to decide what to do and give it to Davis. A 3 from Reeves. It's no good. Wasn't very contested, but not able to finish with the bucket. Anderson to bring up the court. Gives it to Larson. Gives it to Martin, who tries to force her way in there. They're going to end up calling a foul on number 10, Davis, as Martin was trying to get up. She'll go to the line to shoot, too.
That's Davis's third foul of the night, and that's the team's second personal only.
Jocelyn Davis's, to be exact.
Yes.
Multiple Davises. Martin shoots the first, and it is good.
After the second free throw, the time is 1:20 left in the third, and Hesston 70, Rose Hill Rockets 15.
Bringing up the court was number 20, Cunningham. A bit indecisive on who to pass to and ends up traveling. Swathers to inbound. Here comes in number 11, Emma Garcia Bebek for the Rockets. Anderson to bring up the court for the Swathers. Gives it to Martin. Martin is going to work her way. Swings it to Warden. Swathers really moving the ball here. Gives it to Ray in the corner. Gives it to Martin, Warden, who's going to drive. Gives it back to Ray with the wide open 3. No good. Hits off the rim. And Reeves is going to get it on a fast break. Go for the layup over Larson. It is no good. Rebounded by Anderson to bring it up the court for another fast break. Ray dumps into Martin. pass deflected by Rockley, but saved by Warden. Anderson with the ball. Gives it to Ray. Doesn't take a shot. Swings it to Warden in the corner. Swathers swinging it to the other side. And swinging it to the other side again. Anderson in the corner. Dribbles. Pressured by number 11, Garcia Bebek. They're going to end up calling a 5-second. Then they passed out of bounds. Oh, man. Garcia Bebek to bring up the court. Gives it to Rockley for a last-second shot. It is no good.
You know, Max, I think that almost that whole entire third quarter, the seniors didn't play.
Say the score.
At the end of the third quarter, Hesston has 70, Rose Hill Rockets have 15.
Yeah, Keldon. It's definitely been a nice game, and Matt Richardson is definitely seeing who can play for the Swathers.
I think these seniors are great leaders, and this game shows. They've showed their leadership the first half, and now they are allowing the rest of the players to get some time.
Yeah.
I think also another big part of this game is the threes that Hesston has taken. They have made threes in vital points of the game that have gave them lots of momentum. They've made 4 threes tonight, Max, and again, last Friday, they only shot 2 or 3. Rose Hill is doing a great job of getting it inside. They just need to finish more.
Yeah, Keldon, I also want to highlight the defense shown by both teams, just the persistence of being aggressive and physicality is definitely shown and influencing the score here tonight.
Max, I think this fourth quarter, it's going to be a running clock. So,
well,
might go by quicker than we think.
Looks like you're right, Keldon. Rockets with the ball. We're going to get a travel on Palmer. She is pressured by the Swathers.
What I would like to see out of the Rose Hill Rockets this quarter, I want to see them shoot some more threes. I want to see them make some threes here.
For sure. Larson with the ball. Takes a wide open 3. Bounce off the rim. Rebounded by number 4, Palmer. Gives it to Fouts, who's going to bring it up the court. Hotovy with the ball for the Rockets. Gives Fouts, but Fouts is going to end up dropping it out of bounds. Swathers to inbound it here.
They try to make ASMR. Swathers to inbound here.
I'm not. That's our halftime show for the boys' game.
Oh, yeah. I'm kidding.
Dryden with the ball. Gives it to Ruerts. Gives it to Anderson down low. Ruerts with the ball up top. Gives it to Larson. Gives it back to Anderson. Swathers are really moving the ball here. Gives it to Anderson, the corner. He's going to drive. They're going to end up calling a travel on her. Looks like she took too many steps before she dribbled.
Anderson is a younger player. I think this might be her first time on varsity this year. And she is a big, vital role of the Hesston defense right now. She has gotten a lot of takeaways and pushed down the court and passed for some, what are those called? Assists.
Yes. Yeah. Another younger player I'd like to highlight is Tessa Martin, coming in here at 6'2", I believe. And she's definitely shown how she's working in the post and showing her hard work. Larson in the corner. It's to Ruerts for a wide open 3. No good. Hits off the rim. Rockets, after being pressured by the Swathers, ball is going to go out of bounds. Swather ball.
Max, another player that I would like to highlight that's younger is Proctor, number 15 Proctor. She has made 7 or 8 free throws this game. I think most of those were in the first half too. She has showed her dominance down in the paint tonight, and that's going to be a big part for the Hesston's offense and defense this year.
For sure, Kel. Since we're just on a roll during this timeout, another younger key player is Zayla Ray. She's come off great defense. She is able to move the ball really well on offense and help the Swathers out here tonight. I also want to highlight just the seniors and the juniors that have come up, taken a big role, and they have stepped up and definitely helped lead this team to their winning record and shown the leadership that's needed for the team.
Max, speaking of halftime, I've heard rumors like, is the cheerleaders going to dance at boys' halftime?
In fact, Kel, they are.
Wow.
Cheerleaders are dancing, so stay tuned for the boys' halftime show.
Yeah.
Nobody's singing. It's not the Super Bowl halftime show. It's better. It's dancers.
Oh, did I say singing?
No, you said dancing.
Oh.
I was just kidding that no one would be
I
singing.
mean, the speakers are going to be singing.
Looks like they're also in new uniforms, I noticed.
Oh, they are, I guess, yeah.
Everyone's getting new uniforms. Rupert's in the corner. Pressured by Hodavi. Gives it to number 13, Briley Yoder, who swings it to number 55, Jenna Nelson. Both Yoder and Nelson are freshmen who can definitely see bigger roles as the season comes on and stepping up in the later years, for sure. Rose Hill brings up the court to number 11, Garcia Bedabo. Oh, Bedabek, Bedabek in the corner. Gives it to Rockley. Shoots a nice floater, no good. Tangled, but Jenna Nelson's able to sneak out with the ball. Jenna Nelson pressured by Davis. Passes it up to Larson with a nice pass. And Larson's able to finish with a great layup. Garcia Bedabek bringing up for the Rockets. Gives it to Rockley. Swings up to Davis. Davis, pressured by Dryden, gives it to Palmer. He's going to try to drive on Yoder. Palmer moving the ball, takes a nice layup. No good, though. Bounces off the rim, and Rupert's gets the rebound.
Max, I'd like to say number 55, Jenna Nelson, the freshman, was also in a big part of the Hesston volleyball girls state run. Oh.
Sorry, nice three by Avery Larson. Rockley with the ball. Pressured by Rupert's. Going to get a nice floater. A little bit too much, as Nelson's able to get the rebound and bring up the court. Nelson dribbling. Going to get a foul on Garcia Bedabek. A little bit of push.
A little bit.
That's her first foul of the night.
And with that foul, there's 3 minutes left, fourth quarter. Hesston is up 75 to Rose Hill's 15.
Yeah, Dryden in the corner. Swings it to Rupert's. It's going to swing it again. Looks like the Swathers are running down the clock here. Yoder gives it to Dryden. Bounce pass to Larson. Gives it back to Nelson. Swathers swing to Dryden, who's going to lose the ball out of bounds. Rose Hill ball. Number 35, Rockley, and number 42, Davis, coming out for the Rockets. And number 4, Palmer. Coming in are number 1, Jawson, number 10, Davis, and number 2, Beery. Garcia Bedabek brings it up the court. Gives it to number 2, Beery. It's going to swing to Davis. Davis stuck in some trouble. It's going to go up for a layup. Blocked by Dryden. Giving the rebound back to Beerby. And Dryden diving on the floor, showing her aggressiveness to get the ball. Ends up missing it and goes out of bounds.
That will be Rose Hill's ball.
Rose Hill ball.
Rose Hill ball.
Beery to inbound. Gives up to Garcia. Bebek. Gives it to Hotovy. It's going to make a nice move. Cannot finish, though, for a layup. And Ruertz is going to bring up the ball for the Swathers. Swathers swinging the ball. Driving. Yoder gives it to Larson in the corner. Swathers really moving the ball here. Dryden with the three. No good. Hits off the backboard. Larson to get the rebound. Gives it back to Dryden. He gives it back to Dryden. And Dryden with the ball. Gives it back to Larson. He's going to stand and run the clock. Swathers passing the ball. With Ruertz. Gives it to Yoder in the corner. Yoder moves. Trapped. Is able to get it out to Nelson. Foul on number 21, Hotovy. A little too much shove there.
That's Hotovy's first foul of tonight.
Number 31, Brooklyn Wade, comes in for the Rockets. Larson with the ball. Gives it to Ruertz. He's going to run the clock out.
And that ends the game of Hesston High School girls varsity basketball versus Rose Hill girls varsity basketball. Hesston with a score of 75 and Rose Hill with a score of 15. Some big parts of Hesston's offense. They made a ton of layups, Max. Ton of layups and ton of free throws.
Definitely, Kelvin. I would agree. The free throws and layups were definitely a big part of the Swathers game. They were able to transition and get a lot of fast breaks. I would definitely say that they were able to get so many layups from their steals. They definitely showed aggressiveness on defense and showed their confidence on offense with taking some threes.
Yeah, those. Glaze Hill had a good performance on defense tonight. They were very aggressive on defense, just could not stop the Hesston offense, though.
Yes. I don't know about Glaze Hill, but Rose Hill definitely showed their physicality on defense and were able to make some good plays on offense as well. Thank you for watching the game. We will come back to you with the boys game here very soon.
Stay around.